Lena had always been a dreamer, but lately, it felt like the world was just too big for her, and her dreams too small. She lived in a quiet, sleepy town by the sea, where life moved at its own pace, and change came only when the weather shifted. Lena worked at the local bookstore. It wasn't glamorous work, but she loved the smell of old pages and the quiet rhythm of it all. Still, deep inside, something nagged at her. She was stuck. She had always dreamed of becoming a writer. Her heart yearned to share stories, but no matter how hard she tried, she couldn't find the courage to write. What if her stories weren't good enough? What if the world didn't care? Then, one evening, an old man came into the bookstore holding a crumpled piece of paper. He was hunched, his face lined with the years of a hard life. He walked up to Lena at the counter and said, "I need your help." Lena looked up, a bit startled. The old man handed her the paper. "I've written a letter to my daughter," he explained. "I want to send it, but I can't read or write very well. Can you help me make sure it's good?" Lena hesitated. She had been too scared to share her own writing, and here was someone asking her to help perfect theirs. "Of course," she said, reluctantly taking the paper. She read through the letter. It was simple, heartfelt, and full of love, but also filled with mistakes, spelling errors, awkward phrasing. Lena didn't know what to say. She could easily correct it, make it sound polished. But something stopped her. "Tell me about your daughter," Lena asked gently. The man's face softened, and he began to tell her stories of his daughter. How she was kind-hearted, always bringing home stray animals, always laughing and bringing joy. How she'd grown up in the town and moved far away, but had always stayed in touch. He told her how much he loved her. Lena listened carefully, her mind working. As he spoke, she realized something. This letter wasn't about the words or how perfect they sounded. It was about the truth that the man was pouring into it. The love, the connection. "Sir," Lena said, folding the letter and returning it to him. "It's not about how polished the letter is. It's about the heart behind it. It will reach your daughter exactly the way it is." The old man looked confused, then smiled softly, as if he understood something he hadn't before. He thanked Lena, tucked the letter into his pocket, and left. The incident stayed with Lena all night. It made her think about her own fear, the fear of imperfection, of rejection. She realized that just like the old man's letter, her writing didn't have to be perfect. It just had to be true. The next morning, Lena sat at her desk, staring at a blank page. She took a deep breath, picked up her pen, and started writing. It wasn't easy at first, and her words stumbled out awkwardly. But she didn't stop. She wrote about the town by the sea, about the bookstore, about the people she had met, and about the dreams she had kept hidden. For the first time in years, she didn't worry about whether anyone would like it. She didn't care about making mistakes. She wrote because she had to, because the words needed to be set free. Weeks passed, and Lena continued writing every day, just for herself. She still had doubts. She wasn't sure if her writing would ever be read by anyone else, but she didn't mind anymore. It wasn't about approval. It wasn't about perfection. It was about honoring her truth. Then, one afternoon, the old man walked into the bookstore again. But this time, he wasn't alone. A woman walked beside him, holding a book in her hands. Lena recognized the old man instantly, her heart lifting in surprise. "This is my daughter," the old man said, pointing to the woman. "She told me she's read something that made her think of me." I believe it was your writing." Lena's heart stopped. The woman smiled. "I'm not sure what it was," she said, "but something in it. It felt like you were writing just for me." Lena blinked, surprised. "You've read my work?" The woman nodded. "I bought this book from a local author, and it made me want to reach out to my father. I think I understand him better now." The words Lena had written had reached someone she had never met. They had touched a heart she didn't even know was out there. Lena had been paralyzed by fear, afraid of imperfection, afraid of rejection. But what she didn't realize was that her fear was standing in the way of her true strength. Her ability to be vulnerable, to show up and share what was real. The man who came to her for help didn't care about perfect grammar or polished words. He just needed his message to get across. And so do you. It's easy to feel small when you compare yourself to the world, to others. It's easy to doubt your worth, especially when you've been holding back. But you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to be real. So, the next time you feel afraid to take a step forward, to share your thoughts, to be who you are, remember Lena, and remember that sometimes it's the imperfect moments that carry the most meaning. You don't need approval from anyone. Just take the step. Share your story. Let your heart guide you. Because your truth is exactly what someone else might need to hear. Thank you so much for watching. And stay happy.